Hello everyone, so we're back again at number 2's question. And so what's the second question again?
The second question is, how do you stay strong when things are not going very well for you?
Alright, that's a very deep question.
Yeah, it's very deep. How do you stay strong when things are not going well for you?
Yes.
Maybe we can start with some coping mechanisms, because we need coping mechanisms, right?
Of course.
So when something really terrible happens to you, everybody has their own coping mechanisms to not keep going in their pain or whatever. And then after that, they probably have to change their mentality in order to keep persevering throughout the longer time frame, right? So what are your coping mechanisms? What do you do when things are not going well?
Who wants to go first?
You want to go first?
You.
Yeah. Me?
You?
Okay, I'll go first. One of my coping mechanisms when things are not going well is just to cry.
Yeah.
I just cry because crying makes me feel better.
Yeah.
I just go shut my door. Sometimes I call my boyfriend Lorenzo. He is usually there just to listen to me. And then I just cry. Even though I don't really say anything, I cry. Sometimes when I go home from like a terrible day at work or whatever, I just take the time to listen to some sad music and I'm just like cry. And that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's okay to not be okay, right?
Yes, just like what we talked about the other time.
Yeah, because whenever I cry, like in my mind, I'm always like thinking of the bad things and I let them go, right? It's kind of like the negative things release out of my eyes.
Yes.
And then when I dry up my eyes and my tears, it's kind of like, okay, it's not that bad, I can keep going. My mentality has to change in order for me to keep going, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I cry a lot.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. Yeah. So I guess it's my turn.
Okay. What's your coping mechanism?
So probably my moking instead of coping mechanism, moking.
You're coping? Yeah.
So yeah, probably my coping I'm sorry. It was just funny. So my coping mechanism would probably be I just really write all the things that I have on my head to my journal, especially on my phone, because I have a journal on my phone. Or sometimes I tell it to some of my closest friends because they are there to like tell me advice and different things on how I could, handle things properly. Because sometimes if it's just you fighting your battle, sometimes it can be really tiring and by yourself. So it is quite important to really surround yourself with people who are very supportive and not allow yourself to be surrounded with toxic people, because they're just going to drain your energy even further. So
there's another question that's following up. What is a toxic person?
Toxic person, are we going to talk about it now or later?
We can talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my answer.
So you like to write things down on your phone?
Yes, and also talk to my friends.
Talk to your friends about it for support.
And I pray.
Alright, what's your coping mechanism, Atike?
That I always pray to God that I know everything is hard for me. Like every time when I like something going on in my life, I always cry. And then I sometimes like I cry and I cry to go to sleep. And then I pray to God that I know everything is there for me during His time, not my time. Yeah.
So this is His time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice answer.
Yeah, that's a nice answer. So you pray.
Yeah.
So you sometimes ask for Him.
Yeah,
for
like
His help and support.
yeah, or write in a journal like say, Dear Mama Mary. Blah, 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 like that.
Okay, you write on your journal too. Oh,
Yeah.
so these are good coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Definitely, just in the quickest way to get our emotions to settle down, right? So these are coping mechanisms, which is like a quick way. But what about the longer period of time? How do you I say this? How do you maintain? How do you persevere, right? When things are not going well for you, what kind of mentality do you feel like you have to change?
What kind of mentality that I have to change?
Yeah,
Well,
or like adapt.
When things are not going well for me, probably I'm just going to focus on myself And again, I'm still going to surround myself with other people who are there to support me emotionally. Also, as much as possible, I'll try to stay away from social media because, social media can be very toxic, especially nowadays. So that's what I usually do. And if things are gonna get out of hand, I would probably be reach out to a professional to seek help, to ask for a professional advice.
I think that's really important. It's a lot of the times people don't seek out therapy for professional help, maybe because of the price, because it's expensive, or maybe they're just scared to admit that they have a problem that's big enough to be being sought after professional help, right?
And also stigma,
right?
Yeah.
Because if you see a therapist, there must be something really wrong, right? That's what people are thinking. But really, it's not. It can be for anybody. For anybody who wants to work out their thoughts, if they have a bad habit by saying or thinking bad thoughts that are not helpful for their lives, you can just go to therapy for that, right?
Yeah,
therapy is a very good thing.
Exactly.
What else? So how do you stay strong when things are not going well? For me, for example, if I have to make a big decision after after a big event that's causing me some trouble, I usually make pros and cons list of how I can move on from here. Like, if I stay, what are the pros and cons? If I leave, what are the pros and cons, right? I also, even if I don't even if I don't ask everybody for their advice, I just like to hang out with friends too, just to keep my mind kind of in a better mood, right? Because if I'm always sulking in a negative mood, then my next step or my next choices then will be tainted by me being in a negative mood, and then I might make bad decisions afterwards. So I need to really make sure that my mood stays up. Mental health, right? Mental health, and you need people to support you for that.
And also, I think what is also helpful is that you shouldn't just stay at home. Sometimes you have to go to a different place to heal your mind, because if you're just inside the house, you're really going to focus on the bad things. And and being surrounded by nature is really helpful because you feel the peace and tranquility that's surrounding you, especially when you're with your friends, and they are there to distract your thoughts as well.
Do you go sometimes by yourself in nature, just take walks?
In nature, I haven't tried it yet actually. Sometimes I go to the mall. Not nature. I think that depends on on what you really want to do. For as long as you want to distract yourself, you can go to the mall or go shopping just to distract yourself.
Why do you think it's better to not stay at home?
Well, like I said, because if you just stay at home, you are going to keep focusing on the bad things.
Why?
And
do you think so?
Why do I think so? I don't know, honestly.
And maybe
because it just occurs. Sometimes it makes you more paranoid on other things. It's it's making you more oh no, bad things are gonna happen again. I don't know what to do anymore. Instead of just when you go out, you are with your friends, and maybe they'll be able to give you some advice to how to move forward, because they probably have gone through the same situation as you.
Yeah, you're right. It's very sometimes you don't realize that everybody else kind of goes through the same thing. Right? So it's good to share your experiences. Also, to add on to what you said, I think it's good to walk while you're in a tough situation and not stay home, because I think psychologically, when you're stuck at home and you're sitting down and you're always ruminating, thinking about the exact same thing, it gets worse and worse and worse because you keep thinking deeper and deeper and deeper.
It makes you more miserable too.
Miserable. So I think walking is physically you're moving. It's you're moving, but in your mind it's you're moving away. You're moving away from something that was a problem to you. So I think maybe when we were back then and years and years ago, if there was a problem, you would run, right? You would run from a problem because it's bad like to stay because you could probably die or whatever, right? Because if you're being hunted, you would run. So if there's a problem, I think nowadays we still use that same mentality. If there's a problem, it's like the best way to actually heal your mind and to help you cope is to move, to walk, because it's physically we are moving away from our problems, right? So mentally we still think we are still moving away from our problems. So it works a lot just to take a walk, maybe just around your neighborhood, to call up a friend and go walk around the mall and just for a couple of hours, like get a bubble tea and then go home, right? So I like that a lot.
In that way, that's really going to reset your mind. There's actually like a quote that I read online. It's an interactive game. It's called Choices. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Okay.
I don't know if I still remember the exact quote, but I think it says something like, if you can breathe, you can stand, and if you can stand, you can fight, and if you can fight, you can win.
Wow.
Something like that. Yes.
So if you can breathe, you can stand. If you can stand, you can fight. You can fight, you can win.
Yes.
I'm breathing right now.
Yes.
That means I'm winning.
Yes, of course. And also, when you are facing a battle, don't just keep fighting and fighting. I also found out online that it's okay to rest for a while, not quit. So fight, and then once you feel like you're tired, rest a little bit, and then pick yourself back up, and then fight again. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Hey.
I have some battles that I'm trying to fight a lot every day.
Right
now I'm on March break, so
yes.
March break, but then afterwards I gotta keep fighting, right?
Yes.
Gotta keep fighting.
Yes.
How about you? Is there anything you want to add on to how do you stay strong when things are going hard? Yeah. What are some things that you do to stay strong? Or what are some things that you want to start doing or wish that you would do?
Like just, I don't know, it's really hard.
It's okay.
You can do it.
Like maybe just work out.
Yeah. Work out,
Yeah.
Because exercising, it makes you feel better.
Yes, true.
Plus, it's good for your body to be stronger. If you feel stronger physically, then you feel stronger in your mind.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like you're working out your mind as well.
You're working your mind as well to not stay in one place.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah. Taking walks, going out with your friends. Yeah. Anybody, just to grab a bubble tea.
Or just go out with yourself, like walk by yourself.
Yeah, you can also
Yeah.
walk by yourself too. So like any type of like physical activity is good, right?
Like
Yes.
biking.
Biking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Our brother likes to bike a lot by himself too.
Really?
Yeah, he likes
Or
to
hiking.
bike.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and last thing, I am someone who is really spiritual. So what I usually do when I feel like things are really getting out of control, I really pray hard, and I always ask God to like always guide me in whatever things that I should do next, because I feel like whenever I talk to Him, I feel like I'm guided and I'm not lost. So that's what I usually do, and I want to share a Bible verse with you guys.
Yes.
It's called 1 Peter 5:7, and it says, "Cast all your fears or your anxieties because He cares for you."
I have that quote in my room. It's
Really?
right there on the front of my computer. Cast
Yes.
all your anxieties to Him because He cares for you.
Yes.
So you just give Him everything, He'll carry
Yes.
it all, and then
Yeah.
He
He will fight all the battles for you.
will fight all the battles for you. Right? So
Yes.
you don't even have to worry.
Yes.
You will win at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing is impossible with God.
Yeah, like I have a quote.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Share
They said like
with us.
they said like no matter what, God is there for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like hard like hard to I don't know how to explain this.
It's okay.
Like when you like have trouble, like the hardest or not the hardest, he's still there for you.
Oh yeah. He's always gonna be there for you
Yeah,
no matter what.
yeah, sure. He always listen to you.
He will always listen. To
Yeah, it's not like you too much. Like I won't not listen to you anymore.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like that.
Yeah.
Because that's not because because God is like your family. Yeah, because your family always listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
Yeah.
even better than your family.
Yeah, it's true. Better than your friends or family. It's like the top highest.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, he's going to be always there for you. He's going to guide you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Feel
if
safe.
if you have something loneliness in your mind, yeah,
Then he will be there with you. Right?
yeah.
Yes.
Like if like the enemy always want to fight with you, like God is always winning.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
keep you safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To give you peace.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And God is bigger than your problems. Yeah.
God is probably thinking like, oh, these are small problems. I will help you out,
Yes.
and then in the big picture, that you will be successful.
Yeah.
And all the small problems He will do it. He will deal with it Himself.
Yes. So that's question number 2, and we will proceed to question number 3.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.